do you have a particular, which side do you dress on, politically?
I've been accused of being a liberal.
Right.
Which is interesting because the last time I was on doing the news in the late 90s, I did 218 consecutive shows about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
And no one accused me of being a liberal then. It's very interesting the way you can be sort of pigeonholed. I like to think of myself politically as correct.
Right.
I know. All those Al Gore bumper stickers, they weren't a good investment, but I tried.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, I try to not be, to the degree you can be neutral nowadays. For instance, I don't vote.
You don't vote at all?
I don't vote because I don't think I should have a rooting interest in the outcome of the
Isn't it your duty as a citizen to vote?
Well, it's I don't think everybody who's in the news stayed away from the ballot box, I don't think we'd have a significant decline.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? Actually, then everybody that was actually on the media would not be allowed to talk about politics in any way other than, oh, this is what seems to be happening.
Yeah, people would still have that kind of bias that's perceived one way or the other, but at least you could say, well, I didn't vote, I don't contribute, I'm trying to stay out of it to the degree that I can. Right. I don't have a rooting interest other than in what happens to the country.
My first guest tonight is the host of Countdown with Keith Olbermann, which airs weeknights on Current TV. Yes, of course, it's Keith Olbermann, everybody. Keith, it's a joy to see you, sir.
Pleasure to be here, my friend.
Hey, I got to tell you, I'm slightly disappointed because the last time you were here, you wore white trousers.
Yeah, it was before Labor Day.
Oh, I didn't realize. Are you a fashion plate?
I've been described as a plate.
Do you care about that?
No, as you can tell from this.
No, come on. This is quite. You got to put together there. That says series broadcaster. This says guy in a basement. Yeah. This says series broadcaster. You look well, my friend.
Rest. I've had a lovely weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Did you go to the Emmys or anything?
No, that's what was the resting part. I've been in this building nonstop for like 3 days. They do other television programs here.
They do X Factor?
No, I wasn't on that.
All right. Dancing with the Stars?
No, I won't. Oh, God, no.
I don't know, man. That
Me versus Nancy Grace.
That would be good.
Like this. Boom.
No.
That's my impression of her, by the way, hitting me.
No, so. Who do you think will do well in this year's Dancing with the Stars?
Nancy Grace.
You think so?
I think so.
Really? I don't think she has the fluidity of movement that's essential.
God, I thought, oh my God, I didn't know where you were going with that. The joy, by the way, people who watch, I watch every night. This is my top 5 shows in television.
This show?
Absolutely. These deranged, random, wandering people can't be wrong. So take the compliment, but the joy of being here is, of course, to hear it without the bleeps. So it's a special thing. So when in Hollywood, California, make sure you visit.
This is a very different show because, of course, the bleeps are to cover up sometimes. Sometimes cuss words are uttered by the guests here, never by us. Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just lost my virginity. You realize that? Yeah.
You know what I think is amazing, though? Because you've done a lot of sports coverage in your career,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Now, how can you cover... This is why I don't know how guys can cover sports and not cuss all the time.
Because you think about that. That's one of the great fears, particularly in sportscasting or covering politics, which is basically the same thing. You're just terrified. At some point, you're going,
hey, caramba!
What are these people talking about? That's politics. In sports, it's because all the athletes are using this language, and you walk from talking to them to going in front of a microphone and then just stopping yourself.
I mean, I don't know how you do it. I heard once a guy in Glasgow, the soccer match on the radio between... You heard of this?
Well, I'm sure it happened in Boston as well. So
I heard this.
Something about hitting the post?
No. It was the start of the big, Glasgow Rangers. That's the big derby, right?
Yeah.
And it goes to Glasgow, and it's the start. Here we are in Hampden Stadium, the start, and the ball's kicked off. The start of a beautiful day here. I think this is Scott. Yeah, it's like 15 seconds in.
The one in Boston was a great sportscaster who did the Celtics games named Johnny Most, who for some reason was doing a Bruins game, a hockey game.
Right.
And he said it was, another fight had a gravelly voice. All he did was smoke cigarettes and drink coffee, sometimes simultaneously. And he does this whole thing where he comes out, it's just a box in the Cleveland, and here's a drive from Dick Clapper. He hit the
Tutti frutti.
Pounced. Because it turned out Johnny had a bet on the Bruins, which is the other thing about sportscasting.
You can't do. Are you allowed to bet if you're a sportscaster?
Yeah, you're not allowed to, so they all do it.
Really?
Well, not. I can't say that for sure.
If you're you can't influence the game just by commentating on it, though, can you?
No, but fans think you can.
Well,
absolutely, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big Yankees fan, aren't you?
I was.
What happened, man?
They fired me. So
they fired you?
They fired me. I used to do Old Timers Day because I'm an old timer, and I used to go to the ball games. And Bob Wolf, who's this great baseball announcer, is now 90 years old, came back. He'd do the play-by-play over the PA system, and I was his color announcer, saying little things about the players, and usually complimentary ones that did not involve swearing on the PA system at Yankee Stadium. And after 10 years of doing this, they did not invite me back this year.
You know why, man? It's because you've become this fashion guy. It's because you're kind of like...
This tie doesn't even have that back thing that this slides into.
Oh, man, you got that. Look, I got one right here.
Yeah,
here.
see?
You can put it in there, man. Right. Help yourself.
So...
There you
go. So... This now doubles as the awkward pause as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
This means we're engaged, man.
And it's code. But I didn't say... You want to hear the rest of the Jeter story?
Yeah.
Wow, that was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I got tingling.
I don't want to do it.
So I did on opening day. I tweeted a photograph from my seats at Yankee Stadium of a guy who works for the Yankees in the row back of me, giving hand gestures to one of the Yankee players in the on-deck circle. And it was supposedly it wasn't cheating, but he was telling him what the pitch that had just been thrown was. It was Alex Rodriguez, and he needs that kind of guidance.
All right, okay. Hey, it's a lighten up. Joe.
No, it's not. He needs that kind of guidance.
You have every right to be outraged, everyone.
So I sent the tweet out, and the Yankees got into a little bit of trouble, and then the storm passed, and then in the midseason they went, "We're now going to revenge ourselves against you." So I did. So I'm not. So I'm mad at the Yankees now.
Oh, okay. Well, so wait, you aren't going to go Mets, though, are you?
I said I was mad at the Yankees. I didn't say I was mad. I've gone crazy.
See, that's your team, isn't it? Mets? I don't understand any of this. You know, baseball. I mean, I like it, but my team is my son's team.
Excellent.
Little league, yeah.
They'll move out of town at some point, and you'll have
that's right.
The loyalties will be
they'll get bought by the Dodgers.
Yes.
No,
they won't get bought by the Dodgers.
No. So tell me about the politics then. Who's going to win this year? Next year? Who's going to be the new president, or will it be the same one again?
It'll be the same one again.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
All right.
Unless there's a sudden draft Keith movement. I could run with Jeff, perhaps.
No, I don't. I think he's unelectable. He can't make a speech more than 12 feet from an outlet.
Like Dick Cheney.
Yeah, much like Dick Cheney.
He was born here and he died here, so I think he's a U.S. citizen.
Right, that's true.
That's absolutely
true.
true.
So listen, what about the Republicans? Are they going to have? Who are they going to choose?
I think it's going to be Rick Perry. He's actually been a fairly responsible governor for a Republican, and he yet presents these rabid right-wing things.
Right.
The one thing he may have going against him is he had this huge religious rally at Reliance Stadium in Houston. They got 30,000 people in there to pray, and the next week the state of Texas caught fire. This ought to tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what, but it's like, don't pray.
Right.
Somebody else. Let somebody else.
I rather thought it would be Romney. I thought
he can't do it because you've got two problems. One is that the healthcare system in Massachusetts that he invented, and was Romney Care, far more liberal than Obamacare. It's us liberals dream of Romney Care for this country.
Well, that's going to hurt him. Yeah, if you say you like him, that's going to really hurt him with
That's exactly. Mitt Romney is my man.
Yeah.
So the other part was that he, in 1970 or so, or 68, when his father sought the presidency, he didn't get nominated. And there was a poll about people of the Mormon faith and whether or not people thought they could be electable or should be president. 22% of the country said no way. The most recent poll said 22% of the country said no way to Mormons. I think this is ludicrous. There's no particular reason for it, but that's between those people who don't want to see him on that religious side and the people who think he's far too liberal. I don't think he can get the nomination.
No. I mean, if you took a poll before Barack Obama was president, and you said, "What about an African American with the middle name Hussein for president?" How many people are going to? And yet there he is. So I mean, maybe Mitt Romney could beat the odds.
A man named Mitt can become president.
Well, is that short for something? Wittgenstein? Possibly not.
No, I think Romney is short for something. Ideas. Thank you. I don't know what's happening to me, Craig. The other night I defended Sarah Palin, and now I seem like I'm out here shilling for Mitt Romney.
No. Well,
what's wrong with
very briefly, let's talk about the hot ticket Michelle Bachmann. Then, what do we think about her?
Boy, that ship has sailed.
Oh, you think that's over? What, has she gone completely? How do we put it? Jonas Brothers? Is she? It came and it went. That's it.
Yeah. There's not the whole march was stolen from her on the far right by Rick Perry, who's just the Republicans will prefer a guy to a woman on all occasions, including often at strip clubs. So, well, remember that whole? Never mind. We don't have to go through all that. But there's still some significant sexism in the Republican Party, and I think they would go against Bachmann or Palin just for that reason. Plus, it has appeared on the early part of the campaign trail that Ms. Bachmann is crazy. And whereas this would normally be a considerable advantage.
If you're going to be a politician, you might as well throw yourself into it with gusto.
Right, with that blank, unfocused stare. It's like, I'm looking at the camera now over here. Like,
hey, that's my whole act right there you're doing. Come on, me and Bachmann, we're the hey, cheeky monkeys. Hey.
You're funny, though.
No.
She doesn't mean to be. The other problem, of course, is the husband.
Yeah, we've been there with that.
Yeah, I don't think we have to go any further than that.
All right, what we got? Awkward pause, mouth organ, or we'll go for the big cash prize.
Yeah.
Big cash prize?
Big cash prize.
Oh, right, okay. $50 in singles could be yours if you could answer one simple question.
But I'm
ready?
not thinking glasses.
All right, okay, you ready? Okay, it's going to be hard for you because you went to college, didn't you?
Well, I went to Cornell, yeah.
Oh, not that hard then.
Agriculture college.
All right. Iceland is in the North Atlantic.
Yes.
Okay. The capital city of Iceland is Reykjavik. How tall is Regis Philbin?
Can I phone a friend?
Yeah, you get one lifeline, and it's me.
He's about that big. He's about 5 feet 5.5 inches.
I'm going to have to check with the adjudicators.
Come on, Michael, what the hell?
How tall is... 5'7"? 5'7"?
He's lying about his height.
5'7"? He's taller than 5'7"?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's really?
No, he's not. He's lying about his height.
Well, I'll tell you what. Take this $50, go back to New York, buy Regis a pair of stack-heeled boots. Keep Olbermann, everybody! Keep Olbermann. When I tap you on the shoulder, please state your name and where you're from.
Secretariat, New York.
No, you're not. You're not. That Secretariat, you, my friend, are quite clearly Bob Costas. Listen, look, you're on the show tonight, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Still, I guess.
Right, yeah. No, I mean, like, as a guest, a proper guest, we're going to be sitting up there, we're going to pretend to like each other, all the stuff that we do in Hollywood. Now, here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
No politics tonight.
Oh, thank goodness. Good.
So, you agree, no politics?
No politics at all. So,
if I would say something that you would construe as being favorable to Republicans, you would be fine with that?
I would.
You liberal bastard. That's just the kind of reply I thought you'd make.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm just a bastard.
Oh, so you've just moved into sports now then?
Well, I don't want to go and do that again, so I've already been the bastard. I was the sports bastard, and now I'm just a bastard.
I didn't understand any of that. Jeff, you get any of that?
Didn't catch a word.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You're too smart for your own good, Keith.
How long have I got to disprove that?
Well, we'll take a commercial break. We'll throw in a monologue of sorts.
Yeah. And then a guest of sorts.
Nah, you'll be fine. I think it's going to be great. You're going to be great. Are you going to wear that?
No. How about that for an answer? No, I'll change.
Bet you don't. Hey, you haven't been doing television for a while. Do you fancy throwing to a commercial break? See if you still got it? I'll stand over there. You can have the horse. Okay. All right, come on, over, quickly. Quickly, there's no time. Quickly.
No time.
Over. Stand next to Keith and pretend you're a correspondent or something.
By the way, you were terrific at the Belmont Stakes and stuff.
All right.
Well done. All right. On behalf of Secretariat and the entire staff, we'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. My first guest tonight is an award-winning broadcast journalist and political commentator, although tonight he will not be talking about politics, correct?
Yep.
Right. He also writes a blog, Baseball Nerd, because he is Keith Olbermann, everybody. Keith Olbermann. Keith, you look great. I love the fact that you changed from what you were wearing earlier, which was also nice.
Yeah, well, I like bright orange or something. I don't know. I won't get hit by cars crossing the streets here.
There's very few cars pass through the studio in the course of a show.
You were here when Sajak did the show. They used to do that all the time.
This is Pat Sajak's old studio. I'm surprised. Were you ever on the Pat Sajak show?
Twice.
Really?
I am the survivor of the Pat Sajak.
Wait a minute. This studio was built for the Pat Sajak late night special or whatever it was. And you were on it twice? How many shows did they make?
3.
Do you ever fancy that, doing a late night show? I mean, you could do it.
I interviewed for it when they decided to get rid of him.
Really?
In some office in this complex here at Television City.
Well, let's recreate that. I'm CBS. No, I'll be you and you be CBS, because you remember it, right?
Right.
All right, then.
Rod somebody.
All right, okay, so you're Rod and I'm you.
Right.
All right, then. What's going on here? Why have I been called into this office? I'm practicing my Scottish accent.
Right. Who are you, and did you bring me any alcohol?
Really? That was it?
No. Well, there was a lot of. Why do you think you would be somebody we'd want to consider for this?
God,
I said because I'm the sports director of the CBS television station here in Los Angeles.
You were?
I was, and I said, look at the last guy you hired, and I think that was when I lost the possibility.
No, come on. Sajak's good. He's just, it wasn't his genre.
Exactly.
But he's perfect in the. Whoa.
Right. That's it.
Let's see. Have you got some move? Keith, can I just say, I've never noticed this about you. You have very hairy knuckles. It caught my attention. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's
I wore this fleece here so I can avoid questions about this and how.
Has anyone ever mentioned this before? Are you in any way sensitive about it? Because I probably should have checked.
No, and I won't tell you how I got the hairy knuckles either. So.
Well, you get hairy knuckles? You really? I mean, are you a very astute gentleman below the neckline?
I am.
Do you shave? Do you manscape in any way? This is
I'll have to
still
check.
Yeah.
Is this the interview, by the way? Still?
Yeah. We're still doing it. Yeah.
This is realistic because that's what they wound up with.
Who did they get in the end?
Well, they actually canceled it and put on some Canadian TV.
They had kids in the hall. That was
no. Well, that was later. This was something called, I don't even remember what it was called. Crime Time After Prime Time.
Crime Time After Prime Time. I'm in for a bit of that. That'd be awesome.
And then it was Tom Snyder. I was on his show.
Oh yeah, Tom was great.
Then it was.
He was fine.
You never shared an office with him.
No, I never did.
He was my desk mate at ESPN.
You guys had to share a desk?
Yeah, and a computer.
What, did you like cuddle up and just kind of sit close to each other? What did you think of the game? Oh, I hated it.
Yes. Exactly, and he would have to. He'd have to wait till I was finished writing the 11 o'clock Sports Center before he could use the computer at our desk.
Are you still as mad about sports as you were back then? Are you still crazy? I mean, you were a huge Yankees fan, but you're mad at the Yankees now, right?
Yeah. Well, I got off that sinking ship as quickly as.
All right. So where are you going to go? The Mets? That can't be right.
I'm a baseball fan, Craig. I know. No, I have actually I have a couple of teams that I root for, but it's being so close to the game, they became friends, people that I knew, and a woman I went to college with married a guy who owns the Tampa Bay Rays. Total unplanned kind of thing. So I'm sort of a Tampa Bay Rays fan now.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you're in the middle of an argument with somebody. Actually, that's what it sounds like. Sounds like things ain't resolved. You know what? You need therapy. I'm your therapist, right? I'll be your therapist, and you be you.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's what you need.
A job interview and therapy in one night. What did I come out here for?
Yeah,
these are the things I've been able to avoid for the last year.
No, you need therapy, clearly. This is what you need, therapy. Keith, do you find yourself to be an extremely confrontational man? Do you find yourself relaxing within confrontation?
I'm actually of German heritage, and that's not as good a German accent as you might think it is.
You bastards, you drew me into confrontation. How very clever.
Could you?
That's extraordinary.
The voice that you should use, forgive me for telling you your act, but the voice that you should use is the voice of the British announcer who talks like this.
Oh.
The Alan Wicker voice.
Well, no, that's the older British television announcers who start talking like this and end the sentences like this. All right, Keith, when you find yourself in a confrontation, do you find yourself relaxing?
I find it... Dr. Ferguson, it's much easier for me to relax by changing my voice in this way.
Jeff, sometimes I think Keith is just here to mock me. What do you think?
All guests of our show, when they leave, receive a silver dildo.
Good.
I've got one at home already.
No. Oh, well then. Yeah, you can never have too many, though.
That's right.
They make lovely...
mantelpiece
salt and pepper things.
Things to hang around the house.
You hang dildos around your house? Because I'm telling you, the blogs is going to go crazy tomorrow when you admit to that.
Like the blogs could write anything worse than they've written about me for the last 30 years.
You do take a lot of flack, but then you do invite it. I mean, you go after these people. You're aggressive with people on the Tweety, and they're aggressive back to you.
Yeah.
I think you enjoy it.
Yeah, actually, you're right, Doctor. I do.
See, I knew we'd get to this point. That's why I'm going to make you very uncomfortable by having a very nice time with you. That's actually quite nice, that thing. Yeah, it's nice. We have to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Keith Olbermann, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Keith Olbermann, who's wearing an orange top. Whoa! And I think he's just come out.
It's nuts. This is for when I do my Judy Garland impression.
Wow, that's really nice. Is that yours?
This reflects your body heat or something, or reflects.
You seem to have lost a lot of weight recently. Have you been doing a lot of exercising?
Well, I've been able to do more of it in the last year with all the spare time, and principally, the loss of stress from not having a daily television show has done wonders for everything.
I have to tell you, I have a daily television show, and I don't find it stressful in the least. I actually don't.
Yeah?
Well, the commercial breaks sometimes go on a bit, but other than that, it's fine.
What do you, I mean, if you could not swear your head off here.
I can't. They cut it all out. They get very angry. People get really upset. They're like, look, this is your last warning. And I'm like, okay.
If I could have had that arrangement, I would have lasted on one job for 30 years. If they just were able to bleep me when I wanted to swear.
You went on TV live, which of course I am too. But
But 1.5 second delay. And,
right.
It's in your region is the thing.
Right, exactly. No, but I think doing live television, I think that's absurd.
Yes.
You can say anything you like then. They would be mad to let you do that.
Especially with the sign-off, the one that I stole from Edward R. Murrow, which is very famous, one of the name of the movie, and you slip that slightly, and all of a sudden you have good night and good...
Uh-oh.
Michael's a friend of mine. I just wanted to deposit that on his shelf for
Yeah. Well, there we are then. We're out of time. Do you want to throw frisbees at the horse?
I think that's a little bit...
Oh, we got new frisbees, though. We got new frisbees. Look, the Late Show. Yeah. They've got the Late Show written on them.
We had these like at my college radio station.
Yeah, well, there you go. This is kind of like college radio, except not with the big budget.
Exactly, absolutely.
We're from where? Keith Olbermann, everybody. Keith Olbermann. How hot was that?
That was so hot.
My first guest tonight is an award-winning journalist, the giant of American broadcasting. His new nightly show, Olbermann, premieres August the 26th on ESPN2. Keith Olbermann, everybody. Keith Olbermann. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
I gotta tell you something. Put that. I'm German.
Are you?
I'm actually German. Yeah.
Olbermann.
Yeah.
Really? Have you been to Germany?
No, we got out of there a long time ago. I assume my ancestors had a good reason to do so, so I never went back. Oh yeah. Both sides.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, probably for the best.
Certainly for the Germans, it was better that we left.
Really?
I think so.
Are you worse than Germans? That's what your family is worse than Germans?
Because we're also French.
French and German?
French and German and Alsace-Lorraine, which is alternatively French.
French. Yeah, Alsace-Lorraine is that bit in the middle.
It's very confusing.
They make fantastic wine in Alsace-Lorraine.
Yes, but it's usually eventually it leads to World War. So it's a troubled neck of the woods.
Well, in my experience, wine usually leads to fighting sooner or later. How are you, my friend? Back on the sports desk.
Yes.
Away from politics, back to sport.
Yes, and I can tell you, and I've saved this information since we announced this last month back in July, that we were going to do the ESPN2 show. I have saved the explanation as to why we're doing it for you.
Why are you doing it?
Why this was done. Because, I don't know if you remember this, but the first time I was ever going to come on the show, umpteen years ago, 7, whatever it was, I think it was your idea to do a Scottish ESPN sketch that I was...
Yeah, ESPN2, yeah.
Right. And I was supposed to be a guest, and everything I was going to be said was going to be translated into Scottish sports.
Yeah.
Scottish. But all I can remember about this is the sketch was like 450 pages long. I mean, it was...
Yeah, we don't have that kind of thing anymore.
No, I was like, where did this... It was messengered to me. It was like, this is going to take 25 hours to shoot.
Yeah, I can't think how that happened.
It's just like, I can't remember my own name. And you got me going over the 17-page...
I must apologize. We don't have scripts at all.
No, but my point was... You put all that effort into it, and now we could do it next time I come out if you can find it. It's got to be in the box.
It's all right.
It's all right. Well, then I won't do the show on ESPN.
No, you have to do the show on ESPN. Of course you must do it.
Yeah, it's already...
Well, you're a baseball fanatic. Yeah. You enjoy seeing men in sports clothes.
As opposed to them not wearing their sports clothes?
What you do in your spare time is up to you, Keith. All I'm saying is, You enjoy the, well, baseball is, I think, your game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and you were a huge Yankees fan, but now you just enjoy all baseball, not just the Yankees.
Well, yes, we had a falling out, the Yankees and I, so I'm no longer a fan of that. I was a customer. You know, there aren't real fans of the Yankees. You just go and it was once analogized to rooting for U.S. Steel, and there's just no like, oh, great, nice, the dividends went up again, great, that's very nice.
I always think the Yankees are a little bit like when people say they support Manchester United soccer team, but they've never been to Britain. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, I really support Manchester United. You go, do you know where Manchester is? No, but I like Doctor Who. Yeah.
I like Doctor Who, too.
Do you like Doctor Who?
Yeah, I probably saw it about the first time about the same time you did. I mean, they had it in New York. They tried to run it on one of the local stations. With
yeah, it never really took at that time, though, did it?
1978.
Yeah, it would be.
Tom Baker won.
Tom Baker, that'd be around, yeah, this with the big scarf. And
talking like this.
You should do your sports show like that, in that voice.
Like, there's been some baseball.
That's right.
Good evening. There's the sports news.
What about the Dodgers this year? They're looking good, or were looking good in July.
Well, I'll tell you. Last time I was out here last month, I saw them.
Yeah?
On a Thursday night.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wait, Thursday night, much like this one is Friday?
Exactly. Like a Thursday, then a Friday, in that order.
And you went to see them?
I went to see them.
Sort of tonight-ish?
Well, then I followed it up the next day and saw them again. I saw them on Thursday and Friday nights. In fact,
I see. And how did it go?
I left from a studio near here to go right out to Dodger Stadium right after an appearance somewhere.
So
in this
when
vicinity.
you're at the Elysian Fields, do you hook up with other men for a gay anonymous sex? Got the robot's attention right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm German. I've seen Doctor Who. I used to smoke a pipe, but that's where your analogies are.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, I can't fulfill all.
How are things going in New York? Are you still going to be in New York, or are you going to be out here?
We'll be in Times Square.
No way. Really?
Oh, yeah, with all the lights and everything.
Oh, that's great. So you're kind of on Broadway now.
Yes, and last show I did not have lights, if you recall.
Where was it was Current TV, wasn't it?
Yes.
Al Gore's network?
Yes,
Run entirely by Kale or something, wasn't it?
We dreamed of it being run by Kale.
Oh, man.
No.
You've had a few run-ins with the bosses recently. Is it going to be okay with ESPN?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have the same problem with authority I do, I think. But I've been here 10 years.
I know. No, I lasted 8 at NBC.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah.
That's 2 presidential administrations. If you were president, they'd throw you out at 8 years.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think there should be a term limit on people hosting things on TV? Whoa, I didn't realize how much of a controversial question that just was right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I would never have approached it, whatever.
Well, I tell you, I wish I hadn't asked you it.
Yes. No, I'm just saying, I never would have approached the term limit. I was out before that would have happened.
Well, why do you think that is? Why do you think do you have a problem with authority, do you think?
Oh, my, yes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But you must be happy to be out of the political world. That noise that you get into, because you're an outspoken Democrat, and of course you.
Well, I'm an outspoken liberal. I'm not necessarily a Democrat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was part of the problem.
Right, I see. So the Democrats and the Republicans hated you at certain points.
At certain points. Also, all the sort of professional political guys and correspondents and such.
I don't know how you can handle it, Keith.
We like being on the show, and they get the nice ratings and everything else, but he's not really one of us. And by the way, boy, oh boy, is that a good feeling.
Yeah. Well, to be one of them, you have to take photographs of your junk and get it out on the Twitter. You know, that's the big political move in these days.
I couldn't decide with him.
Oh, I can.
No.
Look, Keith, politics aside, Winston Churchill, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Gandhi, any of them take pictures of their junk and put it on Twitter? No. Why? Because they were thinking about more important things, that's why.
But in this time of a leadership vacuum, the creativity for the name that he used, it's like, well, I know he's probably crazy, but what an opportunity. There's somebody who's thinking outside the box.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I think you're better suited to sports.
Yeah,
it'll be a nice.
I need a break.
Yeah. Nah, but will you be able
the hustle and grind, I carve my path. Each step forward, in aftermath. Dreams pulsate within, fueling my fire. With determination ablaze, I never tire. Day by day, I chase the gleam. In the labyrinth of life, I craft my scheme. I'll nurture my aspirations, let them thrive. In the symphony of ambition, I'll strive. Rise up and showcase your might. Show them what ain't done. They say us take flight. We'll scale the peaks, reach the zenith's height. Together we'll ascend, never falter, never slight. In the face of adversity, we stand tall. With grit and valor, we heed the call. No setback too great, no hurdle too steep. We're the architects of our destiny, the dreamers who leap. So let's rise, let's soar, let's defy the limits imposed. Reach for the sky, with unity as our strength and courage as our guide. We'll conquer the horizon, side by side.
to keep your outspoken liberalism in check as you comment on America's pastime? You won't, will you?
Yeah, of course. What do you think I'm going to say? The Cubs beat the Rockies tonight, 4-3. And speaking of Rockies, it's a rocky time for the Democratic Party.
You will say that, won't you? Yeah, you will.
But no. But I have already vowed several times to put the name Carlos Danger in the first show. That we've got to, even if it's like, well, there's Carlos Marmol warming up for the Dodgers, an erratic relief pitcher. Clearly, there's some Carlos Danger.
Yeah.
See?
I've
I've had a lot of rest. I've had a lot of time between times on television. It's been good.
You've got a little stir crazy, haven't you, buddy? Nice to have you back on the airwaves. They're not airwaves anymore, though. It's all internet.
That whole premise.
There's no magic anymore.
Exactly.
No magic. It's all.
Well, look at how successful we are. There's no magic.
There's no magic anymore. Yeah. Keith Olbermann. We'll be right back with Keith Olbermann, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with Keith Olbermann, who just told me he's got a dog.
That's true.
Did you really get a dog?
Yeah, I have a dog.
What kind of dog is it?
A small dog. I didn't check what it was.
Is it a little dog that fits in your purse?
Yeah.
As you go around to your outspoken liberal meetings?
Yes, on a pillow, and I feed it caviar.
Really?
No.
Well, is it a rescue dog?
Easily. Well, yeah, I'm the rescue part of the equation.
What, the dog rescued you? That's so beautiful, Keith.
Yes, I.
You don't know what kind of a dog it is, but it's a little dog.
It's a Maltese.
Maltese?
Yeah. It's a little dog. It's a white Maltese.
What happened to you, man? Why'd you get a tiny little dog? Why didn't you get like a regular American dog? You got a tiny little Maltese dog? What the hell?
I live in an apartment in New York.
Yes, I see.
And this is just the right size for the dog. It's just the right size for the dog.
Are you going to teach it to do stuff?
It does my taxes right now.
No way. Really?
Smart dog.
These Maltese dogs, they're clever.
Very close to speaking, beginning to give me instructions on what to do. You know, you will, and then goes back to barking. You know, it's a.
Are you sure you're not talking about Al Gore again?
No, because he was never that clear.
Ah, come on.
Oh.
Hey.
You.
Well, I don't know. We're out of time here.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I think I was out of time here about 2008, but CBS haven't noticed I'm still on the air, so what the hell? Yeah, good times, man. Good times.
Yeah.
I'm sad you're doing it in New York, though. If you were here, you know, we could, hang out, go to baseball, and maybe that other place at Elysian Fields. We could go there, too.
I'll drop you off on the way out to the park.
Will you? You want to do an awkward pause or something? Or a pretend to be German awkward pause?
Pretend to be German awkward pause?
All right, then.
I have to invade something. I have to invade something. I have to.
The views expressed by Keith Olbermann are no way endorsed by me. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. This is from Alicia in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You ever been there?
Hell yeah, cheese, man, yeah.
Alicia says, Craig, how long has it been since your last double entendre? How long has it been?